Well, guys, open borders get Americans killed. I'm going to say that again. Open borders gets Americans killed. And the Democratic Party still does not understand that, or better yet, they just don't care. They just don't care, guys. The Biden administration let in a whole bunch of dangerous criminal illegal aliens, guys. Terrorists, people from countries all over the world. They didn't care. They just wanted to flood this country with so many illegals, guys. That's it. That's all they wanted to do. They didn't care about protecting you at all. And some of these illegals, man, they've killed American people, man. Like Laken Riley, Jocelyn Nungary. And this story here, I didn't actually hear about this story, but this actually happened in West Virginia, guys, where a dangerous criminal illegal alien killed a woman in West Virginia. Well, today was his day, guys, because he found out. He found out. Now, his crime was so egregious, guys. He actually burned her body. He burned the body, guys. This crime was just so egregious. Now, I must say, I don't know exactly when he actually came into the U.S. Actually, you know what? Just found out. I just found out. I was wondering, man, when he actually came into the U.S. illegally, and I might as well just go ahead and show you guys right now. Right over here. Look here. The victim's name was Samantha Daly. And right here, when I was actually looking to see when this man came in illegally, look here. David Antonio Calderon illegally entered the U.S. in 2021 after serving a 22-year prison sentence in El Salvador for murder and sexual assault. Fast forward to 2024, and he brutally murders a West Virginia mother of two and burns a body in a field. Just awful. Wow. Wow. This is definitely courtesy of the Biden administration, guys. Wow. This is crazy, man. Crazy. He was in prison for 22 years in El Salvador. And he came over here. And he killed an American. This is insane, man. Insane. If you don't have borders, man, you don't have a country. When you have open borders, you let criminal illegals into the country. Well, look at this, guys. Right here. Man from El Salvador sentenced in West Virginia murder. An El Salvador native in the U.S. illegally was sentenced to at least 15 years in jail this week in the murder of a 23-year-old woman. Now, you may be wondering, why only 15 years? It's because he actually pleaded. And this is Alfred plea right here, which actually allows a defendant to maintain innocence. But we know he's not innocent. That's why. David Antonio Calderon was indicted on one count of first-degree murder and one count of concealment of a deceased human body in the death of Samantha Jane Daly in May 2024. After entering a plea deal earlier this month, he was sentenced Wednesday in Jefferson County Circuit Circuit Judge David Hammer's courtroom. The plea agreement granted that after serving a minimum of 15 years for the murder charge, Calderon will be eligible for parole. In addition, Calderon must serve a minimum of 1 year for the concealment of a human body charge before any parole could be considered. It was following that plea agreement that Hammer sentenced Calderon to life in prison with a possibility of parole. Now, right here is saying that that it's a minimum of 15 years for parole, but over here, it actually says it's 19 years. due to consecutive sentences related to additional charges. Okay. But right here, man, the judge is saying, yeah, you're eligible for parole after 15 years. But he says, but I will be in opposition to your parole. But no matter what, man, no matter what, let's say he gets parole. He's out of here. He's out of here. You know what, guys? To be honest with you guys, you never know. It may be a lunatic Democrat in the White House in the next 15, 20 years. I hope not, but it could be. And if this man is let out, then he can actually be back on the streets. I mean, think of this. He's only how old is he? 47? This man's a danger. But regardless, check this out. We all know that ICE is already waiting for him, man. Already waiting on him. Hammer also told those in the courtroom that Calderon is on a United States detention list, and should he ever be paroled, he would be immediately deported and never allowed in the United States again. But do we actually want to take that risk right now with a possibility of a lunatic Democrat being back in office and letting all the criminals back into the country? Because we know, guys, that it really does depend on who's actually in the White House. I say right now, man, this man's not even a citizen. I say right now, South Sudan for him. South Sudan. Let him do his prison sentence over there for life. South Sudan. Keep him as far away from this country as possible. Yeah. Now, I understand, man. Look here. Daley's uncle, Joshua Daley, said he is in disbelief, anger, and frustration that Calderon was given the chance of parole. I understand this frustration. I really, really do. Now, this, what is it called? Alford plea in West Virginia. I don't really like it. But I believe that ICE just needs to step in and take this man away right now. Get him out of here. Send him to South Sudan. Look here. Says, Joshua Daley also expressed his frustration with the process of the case because the family, he said, will never know exactly what happened to Samantha. He said local law enforcement in Berkeley and Jefferson counties were uneducated on what they should have done when pulling over an illegal alien. Quote, this could have all been prevented if ICE had gotten involved. But we already know, man, that ICE wasn't going to get involved. I mean, this was the Joe Biden administration. Remember when it came to Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the Tennessee State Police, they pulled him over. They knew he was actually trafficking human beings. They called the FBI, and guess what? Biden's FBI said, let him go. Yeah. I don't think we can actually take a risk, guys, with this man still being in the country, regardless if he's actually in prison. Because all it takes, man, is some activists on that parole board. The judge may be against it, but 15, 20 years, is he actually still going to be around? I don't know. This man needs to be deported right now for the safety of everyone in this country. 15 years? Nah, not enough, man. Not enough. So if the Trump administration can do anything right now, they need to pull him out right now, get him out, send him to a prison in South Sudan, or better yet, he's from El Salvador. Maybe Bukele has a nice place waiting for him in Secot, down there in El Salvador. Not a good place to be. And that's his home country. So nobody should actually be against that. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.